Primetime. I'm Trick O'Moore. I'll be your host for the evening, where we take a look at Exhibit A, self-fulfilling prophecies. But first, a note from the Dark Knight.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I am Fatherbliss. Don't mind my naked appearance, for this is just how I appear before people when I reveal the naked truth.
You see, you may think he is just a pig. Even though you'd be correct, he's much more than that, you see. You see, my co-host couldn't be here this evening, Fatherbliss. And the knight and the father have a real connection. They can speak through one another. A note from the father.
Get a beverage. Better yet, have someone feed it to you. I don't know. We don't judge it, right? That's an important tenet.
Ah, yes. Words of wisdom. Thank you, Father. Now, let's take a look at Exhibit A. For that, we will need Winston. Take it away, Winston.
Ah yes, Winston here. More naked truth brought to yours truly by dictionary.com. A self-fulfilling prophecy is a prediction that causes itself to be true due to the behavior, including the act of predicting it, of the believer. Self-fulfilling here means brought about as a result of being foretold or talked about, while the prophecy refers to the prediction itself. Ah, okay, well back to you, Trick O'Moore.
Ah, good man, Winston. I can always count on you. Now, let's take a look at some headlines, shall we? Please note, all sources were vetted through NewsGuard. Ah, yes. Food shortages. As we go down this rabbit hole, I think we first need to take a look at petroleum pricing through OPEC. For that, I will need my trusty sidekick, Winnie. She's always close to the street and hears it first. Here's her on the scene. Take it away, Winnie.
Yes, hi, Winnie here. More naked truth brought to yours truly by the U.S. Energy Information Administration. In our August short-term energy outlook, STO, we forecasted that the total world petroleum production will average 98.9 million barrels per day in the second half of 2021. This is down from the forecast of 99.4 million barrels per day in the July STO. The change was mostly driven by forecast changes to petroleum production from the OPEC and Russia as a result of the most recent OPEC Plus agreement. Interesting.
Come on, Winnie, we talked about this. We need pricing. Pricing. You got this. Come on.
This reads as cryptic redundancies. We decreased our forecast for world petroleum production in 2021 because of the lower forecast production from OPEC, which is only slightly offset by the increased forecast production from Russia. We forecast that the global petroleum production in 2022 will average 101.8 million barrels per day, which is 20,000 barrels per day less than forecasted in July STO.
Okay, Winnie, you really need to slow it down and tell us something interesting. I mean, we really need pricing, though.
We revised our forecast for OPEC petroleum production in 2022 up by 40,000 barrels per day in July STO to average 34.2 million barrels per day. In 2022, we expect OPEC Plus monthly petroleum production increases to be less than 400,000 barrels per day to avoid oversupplying markets and pushing down the price of crude oil. Why would we do that? However, we expect that some countries will produce more petroleum as a result of their increased baseline starting in May 2022, including the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, and Iraq.
Hey, good looking. Looking at my woman. Ooh, she's real fine.
Okay, Winnie, this is out of control. Why don't we just wrap things up and try back next week?
Our forecast assumes that existing sanctions against Iran will remain in place through the end of the forecast period. However, our forecast includes rising petroleum production from Iran over the period despite sanctions remaining in place. We assume OPEC will not adjust petroleum production levels to accommodate this increase. Despite changing the outlook for future petroleum production in August STO, our crude oil price forecast remains mostly unchanged from the July STO. Okay, well back to you, Trick O'Moore.
I know. Oh! Thanks, Winnie. We appreciate you, as always. Yeah, well, thanks for checking out Primetime. As we continue down the rabbit hole, we will find the naked truth. This is episode 1 in the saga of food shortages. Where are they? When are they? Where will they be?
Don't forget, like, subscribe. Oh,